there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Women are always comparing men. And this is kind of a follow-up to the my podcast this morning. I talked about a sexual competition, and I was inspired to do this because, there was a gentleman, he, one of the followers, and he had a slight disagreement with what I was saying because, and he had some good points, to be honest. Good points. Respectful disagreement. Respectful. I'm going to be clear on that. And I respect that. If you don't agree with what I say, just keep it respectful. Don't be attacking me and all of that. Just keep the shit respectful and intelligent. And it was a respectful, intelligent point. Right? And, it's basically because, in the podcast I talked about there's always sexual competition. Men are always competing for women. But, and the disagreement was, it was a combination because somebody else who got in the conversation, they had some great points too, because, let's be real. Some of these women out here be settling for whoever against some low level motherfucker. So you're like, well, how are they competing for the best man, right? But let me cover that, and then I'm going to get into what I was talking about. They may want the best man. That don't mean they'll get it. That's the problem. When women talk about they settling for a guy and stuff, wait a minute, let me turn that down before some music come on and everything, and then they get a part of my cut. I can't have that. But, no, they might, yes, they want the best man in their environment and stuff, but they don't always get it. And let me just understand that they settle a lot. And like I said in the comments in response to it, yeah, they settle, but women, when they settle for a man, if they don't feel like you the best man, they cheat. They, some commit paternity fraud. Some will divorce as soon as they get it. In fact, I'm going to say this in general, some advice for men. Don't even think about putting a ring on a woman's finger. Don't even think about putting it if she, in her words and actions, really more in her actions, she can tell you anything, treat you like you the best man that she's ever encountered. Don't. Take it for what it is. If you feel like she's just dealing with you just for something to do, keep it at that. But don't even think it. Don't even put that thought in your head. Don't put that thought, this really your woman. At that point, like some people say, ain't your woman just your turn, if she don't see you as the best, right? Now, getting into the deeper thing, women are always comparing men with other men. Even if a man is not actively chasing a woman, she's still checking them out and still comparing them to other men. That's just their nature. Understand, that nature is primal. Shit, it starts from the time they born. They always looking for the best man. That's their DNA, because what's the woman's main thing? Despite it all, their main thing is to reproduce human beings. Well, not reproduce, but nurture a man's seed when they egg and nurture that into like a healthy baby. That's a primal thing. In fact, that starts, like people familiar with me talking about the imprint. That's how the imprint even goes in. Now, I mentioned, they'll look for somebody like their father or something like that, but ultimately, they'll look for those traits in the best men in their environment. They look for, now, y'all know I don't usually use the term alpha and beta and stuff, but I'll just say the alpha in their environment. Whoever the top man is, If they're in an upper class environment, it might be that young boy who's the scion of a rich family. If it's in a poor environment, it might be, Ray. That's just their nature, And as part of it, they always comparing a man, even if a man's ignoring them. Because that's the thing. You don't have to actively compete. And a lot of men fail that. Look, I respect that. If you say, look, I ain't going to actively compete for a woman, I respect that. I just know that you compete, even if you don't realize it, even if you consciously don't want to, right? And I learned that lesson when I was a teenager. I remember me and two of my buddies, we were just walking down the street, passed by a couple, I forgot, it's a group of girls, right? And they walked past us. They were acting a little funny. And then, like, they picked one of us as the best looking and said, yeah, that one right there, that's the best looking and stuff. That was a competition. Now, understand something. When we were walking, we weren't thinking, oh, these girls, let's start preening for them. Let's start posing for them. We were just walking to where we were going. Right? And when we said it, we didn't even get mad at dude. We just said, hey, man, you the man. You know? That's it. We weren't even pissed. But that was a prime lesson in it. And then, y'all know, every now and then, I always talk about eating buffalo wings in a club and stuff, trying to eat buffalo wings and being bothered by women. Shout out Don Calypso. He would say that shit traumatized me. Yeah, kinda, man. That was some good ass wings. I'm just trying to eat. When I'm eating, I ain't give a shit. We could have had like a club full of dimes, like the finest women, urban models, and everything. I wanted to eat my damn food. Then I pay attention to them, but they would bother me. But that was still a competition. And I wasn't involved. I wasn't actively trying to involve. I was sitting in the corner, literally trying to stay out of everybody's way so I could eat in peace. But those women were still making a comparison. See, understand something. That's just the nature of women. They always comparing. They always. You can say, I don't want to compete all you want. And like I said, it's every right you don't. Hell, to be honest with you, the guys who tend to get women the most compete for them or even chase them the less. But they still held to a certain thing. The competition is still there. And it's a primal thing. That's that nature thing. That's their genetics. Their genetic code says get the best mate. That's a woman's responsibility. And really, they fail themselves a lot of ways when they get less than desirable, because really that mate that women should be getting, yeah, I understand the biological part. That's cool, but you got to filter that through the cultural part. And some women more conscious about it, especially as they go up in class. Like, they look for that guy who's at a certain class level, certain status level and stuff. And that's still a competition. It's at every level. And then if every single woman, they got a particular need. They got a particular desire. So you can't say it's just one type of guy because, of course, a lot of guys think, well, you got to be tall and have that square jaw. Well, you can say that in general, but then it depends on a particular woman, what she considered best for herself, what she want, and of course that's based on her imprint. That's based on her imprint and everything. Which guy does she really want? But she still makes a comparison. And I'm gonna tell you how deep that comparison is. Even if she ain't looking to mate, she's still making that comparison. Really listen to women a lot. Listen to them talk. Listen to them talk. Just kind of sit on the wall. Like, in this whole particular space, I've seen comments from women like outside the space. Sometimes you'll see it and they'll talk about different content creators and they'll say, well, this guy, the women be saying this guy's better than this guy, or this guy's more sensible, or this guy's this and that. There's still a comparison. That's just their nature, man. That's just them. It's on a deep level that the women themselves probably ain't even consciously thinking about it. They just doing. They just doing. I mean, it is what it is. Whether you want to consciously be a part of it or not. But I will say this. All women are doing it. All women are doing it. And this is to understand, if you trying to get really a quality woman or something, just understand that's there. Now, like I said, you don't have to go out your way or change your personality or anything, but understand she's keeping that in mind. She's keeping that in mind. Even when you hook up with a woman, she's comparing you to past lovers. I mean, seriously, she's making a comparison. She'd be like everything. She'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, he got me screaming. That last guy didn't. Or she'd be like, you know what? He didn't satisfy me like that guy did 10 years ago. They always doing that. It's just, look, yo, honestly, it's just nature. Just accept that. Everything is just nature. It's a primal thing. can't really do anything about it. The only thing a man can do is really work to be the best version of himself, and then find the woman that's going to be an asset to him. And then maybe the woman sees him as the best. Maybe it's a mutual thing. And something I need to talk about in another video. Just like we're comparing, understand something now. Women compete. They competing too. They competing too. Let's make that clear. They very competitive. Their competition just looks different from ours, our conscious competition, right? But that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, just always understand that they are always making that comparison. They're always doing it. Now, I would say the best way to, like I mentioned, just being the best version. Ultimately, understand it just exists, and then just do the best for yourself. And then if you run into that woman, like say you're in a relationship and she constantly saying, like some women will do this, they'll constantly say, well, you didn't do it like this guy did, this guy did. Like I had a woman I was dealing with, and she kept saying her previous boyfriend was like, well, he would do this and he would do this, and you're not doing it. I just laughed. I just said, well, if everything is so great, how come you sitting here with me on your knees and that guy's gone? But at that point, I ain't take her seriously because I said, no, she's still concerned about that other guy. Because it's that comparison is always there. And it just is what it is. It's like I said, best a man could do, get satisfied with yourself, understand it's there. If you meet a woman and she gives you the impression that she's just settling with you, don't take her seriously. I'm serious. Do not take her seriously. Just let her go do her thing or something like that. In fact, a man should refuse to, because, I'm known for the whole select, non-select thing. Honestly, a lot of women will get with a non-select dude. But if she sees that dude is generally non-select, he's already in trouble. And it's just a matter of time. She don't give him her full thing. Because that's another thing. When a woman sees a man as the best in her eyes, she's totally submissive. She voluntarily submits. He don't have to ask for much. She gives it. In some cases, she might even give him money or pay for stuff for him. But that's just the nature of it all. And it's like, don't get mad because of it. Just understand it exists regardless of how you choose to, whether you want to be like actively compete or just sit back and chill and just see what you get. Just deal with it on that level. But just understand the women going to do what they're going to do regardless of what we do. They're going to do it. Even if you get mad and you can call women names and say all of that, they still going to do what they're going to do. It just is what it is. It is what it is, right? And I would just say, I'm going to again reiterate, a man just has to work to be the best version. And not even just for the women, just for yourself, man. Seriously. Just for your whole life anyway. You get a bigger benefit, And that's all you can do. And if the woman ain't feeling you, don't lose sleep. There's billions of women. When one woman ain't feeling you, don't see you as the best, another one will. And that's the one you want to be with. All right? That's the only one you want to be with. You want to be with the woman that sees you as the best. Because then that's the woman who's going to be submissive. That's the one who's going to be an asset to you. That's the woman going to ride and die with you. Anything less is really unacceptable. Seriously, fellas. Anything less is unacceptable. You shouldn't deal with it. And seriously. And don't lose sleep if you find out you ain't the best with her. Just wish, as long as she don't have some dude in your bed or doing something crazy, just be, oh, okay. Why don't we just peacefully go on? You good luck finding what you want. And you doing that really for your best interest, to be honest. Because you always want what's best for you. Because remember, like I said, that competition thing go both ways. So you always want what's best for you, and what's best for you is that woman who sees you as the best. All right, but they always comparing you. Anyway, damn, that was a nice car. I didn't even get a good look at it. Sports car. Damn. Anyway, y'all. Y'all have a good day now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.